Hey guys, welcome to my Tarisland Warrior PvP guide. In this video, I will be going over stat priority, main abilities, rotation, talent build, ultimates, and military rank upgrades. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Starting off with stat priority, just follow the priority as provided within the attribute page. Wrathful Warrior is a specialization that utilizes combo, which is basically a chance to deal an additional line of damage with your spells. Moving on the main abilities, you have Cross Slash, Final Strike, Fury Blade, Armor Penetration, Blade Cyclone. This spell makes you immune to movement restraining effects while active but does not break you out of it. And Infinite Rage, you're buffed to smash people's heads in. Next will be the rotation. Warrior has a pretty standard rotation as shown below. Armor Penetration is used before Fury Blades to immediately enrage and increase damage done to target. Notice the helmet filling up and the bottom. It is the Warrior's mechanic also known as Outrage, where Cross Slash and Final Strike grant Wrath. And when Wrath hits 10 stacks, Fury Blade will regain 1 recharge. With a certain talent, every cast of Fury Blade increases the duration of your enraged status, so when trying to burst in PvP, it might sometimes be better to stack up your Wrath first instead of just immediately using Fury Blades on cooldown. Try not to use Fury Blades without enrage and avoid Blade Cyclone. This also lets you time your burst with your teammates to ensure the kill. Next up, here is the talent build I have used. Those talents that I have boxed up are important talents that will impact your rotation greatly. This talent build is quite standard and most warriors should be using similar builds as there isn't really much else you can take. Final Strike seems to be the better option as compared to Furious Stab for PvP due to its mini execute effect. You may pause the video see each individual talent. Here are the core passives. Lastly, here's the important part, the ultimate and military rank upgrades. These upgrades can be further improved as your PvP rank increases, up to level 3. For the passive talents, I use Rapid Pullback, Time Control, and Divine Radiance. However, I am testing out Slow Suppression to replace Divine Radiance and I will see how it goes. For the active talents, I would recommend Charge, Dash, Slam, and Crippling Strike. You may mix and match any of these abilities, however, I do recommend having both Dash and Charge and one of the utility/CC spells. One thing to note, Warrior's mobility spells do not break him out of slows, stuns, or any immobilizing effects compared to other classes. Slam is great for locking down a target and chaining it with your teammates' crowd control skills, while Crippling Strike is great to handle teams that have healers, which is extremely common. In case you would like to see the rest of the active ultimates, here they are, in the order of Intimidating Shout, which is an AoE fear and slow, and Squall Strike, which is a short-ranged AoE stun. These spells are decent, however they are a bit too situational and I would not recommend taking them over Slam or Crippling Strike. To sum up Warrior's overview, let's see what the pros and cons of this class is in arenas. Firstly, Warriors have one of the highest on-demand burst out of all the melee classes behind Dual Assassin. Warriors also have above average mobility due to its much shorter cooldown as compared to others, and has access to some pretty decent alternative ultimates that could be possibly utilized in other forms of PvP. However, some cons would include that as with all front-loaded bursters, their damage tend to slow down and fall off after their burst. Warriors' mobility options also do not remove any movement impairing effects or stuns, which may be detrimental for melee classes. With that, I hope this video has helped you, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. See you in Tarisland.